Hello friends, today we're going to take a look at another Star Wars Galaxies emulated server. So this server is called Restoration Gaming, and I have some interesting concepts, and I'll go over those once we get into the game. However, I wanted to bring you guys in so you could take a look at their starting room. Got this power crystal here. Ooh. My ancient shrine rejects me. Makes an attempt on my life. Okay, so if you're not force sensitive, don't play around with the shrine. It'll knock you out. I was rejected. I feel so rejected. Let's recover before we warp. And I can talk to you a little bit about what the server's got going on. So I looked at two servers today, so I'm going to try to read this to you so that we're aware of what's going on. First, I want to comment that I did find this server on, well, before I even get started, having a contest right now. I'll put a link to the contest sign up in the description. You don't have to be a subscriber. You don't have to do anything. Just make a comment in the video and you will be entered. And watch the video for more details if you're interested. But that's all you have to do for the contest. Check the link in the description. So, Restoration Gaming. I found them on a forum and I thought I would check them out because I hadn't heard of it before. I have to say, their website is efficient and designed well, but I'm not fond of it. It's not intuitive. It might have good visual appeal, but to me it wasn't intuitive. I don't know if you'll feel the same way, but in traversing through the website, I think it's got too much and it's a little too clunky for what I was doing. I don't know if something else I was doing might have been slowing it down, but going between tabs and getting some pages to load was taking a good bit of time. So it may have been something in my end, it may not have been, but I'm not having a problem connected to the server, but I had a little bit of a problem navigating the website, trying to see what was going on. Signing up was also a little slower than I would have liked because I clicked on the sign up link to create an account and there was about a 25-second delay before it changed pages to a page to get me to agree to terms, and then when I clicked that it was slower than what I was seeing before at that point. But anyway, that covers the website. The files downloaded quickly. The server came up quickly. Honestly, that's all you care about. But I did have to comment that I was not thrilled with the website. So based on the posting on the forum that I saw, which I can get to with no problem, I did not see anything listed current on the brief tour I took of their webpage that contradicted this. But they use ×8 experience gain, 60-second shuttle times, 3-minute loading times on shuttles, group experience bonus of 20%, 1 account per person, 3 characters per account plus a Jedi. They have a modified combat system, permadeath Jedi. They rebalance the mind pool, which I don't understand from the posting what that means, but I'm sure sounds like they rebalanced a number of things. 40 new abilities added to the game, new professions, and this looks similar to the one we looked at before, and I'll pull those up in just a second. Bounty hunting system allowing non-Jedi to be targets. They normalize the weapons and armor to make them more balanced across the board, which I can definitely respect. They have some patch notes where they have made the mechanic profession and things like that. So it's similar to one of the other servers we visited where they've divided up more of the specialty items into professions that make more sense. So they're kind of like elite crafting professions. But yeah, there's a number of changes and things you're looking at. Looks like Jedi Permadeath is based on a tier system, and it can range from 1 to 5 deaths, and you're done. And extremely rare items can restore 1 life. Now, as mentioned also in the forum posting, this sort of server is not for everyone. Let's take a look at our skills. We are a Novice Brawler. So at Novice Brawler, we get nothing at all. Oh, we do. It just didn't show up. Must have been waiting. That looks pretty standard. Just a cursory view. Unarmed. I also saw something about a server character transfer, but I couldn't find any details on it, so I don't know quite what they were doing there. So the new skills must be in the new classes. I'm not really seeing anything new. That's new. So there's one of them. I don't see us getting that far to actually get that skill. But if you're looking at the professions, they actually have Black Sun as a profession. So you can become a Black Sun thug and gain different abilities and move your way up to Overlord. Looks like some of their verbiage isn't coming through. This skill requires 4,000 points of exp_n rank_exp experience. That's not terribly helpful. Death Watch experience. It's probably just quest experience. Force sensitive, which was a starting class. I did not pick it because, well, I'd like to get through this review. And this does sound like a rougher server to play on. So somebody had asked me if you could play a Mandalorian. Well, in this server you can become Mandalore. You just need a sufficient amount of quest experience in the Mandalore area, I guess, and you can become the Mandalore. And that does give you a significant bonus of defensive knowledge and offensive knowledge. And see if we can see any of the other ones. Mechanic, that's one of the left-hand replacements. This is where the cybernetics come in and vehicles. So that works. Nothing in that box. But you can make speeder bikes pretty easy, and at least that way you can move up the ranks fairly quick. Not really noticing any additional classes except for the Special Forces and Black Sun and Death Watch and Imperial Special Forces, Mandalore. But hey, looks good. Let's warp. And we're going to Naboo, which is fine with me, depending on where on Naboo we go. Theed. And we're right in front of the palace. That's a good place to start. Impressive. First login, looking right at the palace. It's exactly what you want to see. And it looks like they have a quest system. No, I'm not going to enlist in the Nabooian Special Forces. I don't usually get over here. I think that's how we want to go. Is there any money? Yeah, there's some money. I see another player there. Imperial coordinator. I'll turn this overlay off because it looks terrible. At least in recordings. Come up the back side of the cantina. Thug. So there's aggressives in Naboo. While we're here, let's do our standard combat test and see how that pans out for us. We want attack and peace. And our standard attack is not there. The enraged. Alright, we'll go with it. Do we get that at some point? Are we supposed to have it? We don't get Berserk 1 until Master Brawler. Guess it was considered too easy. Which is okay, I guess. Let's go kill this Nuna, if we can. Without our skills, I'm not sure we'll be able to. It might be a tough fight. Which is honestly kind of sad. Well, we're faring fairly well without our Berserk. Fair enough. We're getting there. I think our record on experience for killing a noob area monster is 1425. Let's see how this one checks out against the others. When we eventually kill it. If we eventually kill it. Oh boy. See, this is so much harder without Berserk. I mean, what's usually a 3-hit fight has just turned into a 30-second battle. $384. Not bad, but no loot. But not ideal. Alright. So we're getting 1/4 what some of the other ones get. But fair enough. Every server can set its own experience rate. And this one is higher than live, because I believe we usually get about 200 on live, so that is fair enough. Let's see if there's any cities. Not seeing any. Lake Retreat. Alright, no cities. Let's go to Coronet. Food dispenser. Did I get anything? Oh yeah, I got something. So this gives us food, which gives us a fairly sizable buff for an hour. Okay. That's decent. Oh, galaxy map. Standard planets. And on this one, you can only fly to starports from the starport. Ticket collector, collect our ticket. I mean, the server's fairly responsive. It's the same old, same old. Server did seem to have some decent rules when I was looking at the server rules. So if those are followed, that should be okay. Standard stuff, but, you know, it's what you want to see. I like to know you're protected against harassment and admins with bad intentions and combat effect. Food now ready. Coronet is rebel. Tyrena, Verney Island, Coronet. Well, if there are any player cities, I cannot find them so far. It would be sort of odd that they would be on Tatooine. Do we have enough to get to Tatooine? Maybe. It's going to take all of our cash. Just take a quick swing by the old Coronet Cantina. See if there's anybody in here. Doesn't appear so. Nobody in the Coronet Cantina. Go to the Med Center. I didn't see anybody in Theed either, and we went right by it, so there's really no need to stop because we're already on our way past. Standard run speed, so it's not NGE corrupted with run speed. I'd imagine everything in the NGE gets tired from all the running around. Server seems fairly stable. When we get to Tatooine, we'll run out in the wild and see how pop-in is. Not seeing any doctors. That's okay though. The food machines give a significant buff, so honestly that's probably right up there with good enough to keep you going. I don't know how many you can stack. I guess the server stomach filling was 10. So if that's the case, could be quite a few of them. I don't know how many you can get. Just try that. Hit the next one. We'll see how many we can pull out of it. But I do want to make sure we can get to Tatooine. And before we get there, while we're here, let's take a look at the galaxy-wide market. See how that looks. With all the specialized crafting classes, hopefully there is some market. Not really. And on the other server we were on, the specialized trainers were over there. So it's probably the same here. Alright, so we're going to go to Tatooine. And we're going to see interesting decorations. We're going to see what that looks like, and we're going to see if how the pop-in run time is for that. And we got just enough to get there. Sounds like the shuttle's here, so better hurry. And now we're dead broke. Spending all my credits for you guys. I think this guy's going to be out of breath. So it looks like the posting on this was almost 2 years ago. So this server looks like it's got probably a couple years on life on it. Ah, some cities. Anvil. Anvil has a cantina too. So we can examine pop-in on our way to Anvil through Mos Eisley, but we can't fly there because we don't have enough credits. But we will want to see a player city, and that seems to be the player city. It's a little bit of a hike, but it's the only player city we found. Did we get a... We did get a land speeder. Cool. Alright, we'll gen the land speeder when we get outside. And then what we're going to do is we're going to store it for a minute. Swing by the med center while we're here. I don't see any blue dots, which is cool. I mean, they have those food dispensers, so apparently doctors are not required. Let's see how many of these. Okay, food dispenser. Okay, we got another one. Can we get another? Ah, okay. They're on a cooldown, so you can request one, and then looks like maybe, let's see how long the cooldown is. 17, 10, 15. Should put a message telling us we're off cooldown. It's kind of eerie seeing all these empty cantinas. Maybe it's like a minute. All right, first, before we go, let's make sure our graphics are set correctly. That all looks decent. So let's roll to that town. Oh, there's another speeder bike. Whoa, okay, that was not... Guess it's yours. I don't think we're getting out of this. All right, so well, death really isn't going to hurt us. Not dead yet. This is why you don't want to get died or get incapped too close to the actual enemy. Whatever. If we cared about our well-being, that would be a different story, but we don't. Okay, so we should be pretty close to exactly where we were. 1 step forward, 10 steps back. So these guys are, of course, going to load up for us because they're already there. They're within our window of view. I didn't see them. Maybe they appeared when I clicked on the speeder to see whose it was. Anyway, Let's see what the pop-in looks like. We've got to we have to encounter something. I think there's some creatures over here. Yeah, it looks like it, but they're not showing up on my map. Yeah, they're Jawas. I can see them. They did show up quick enough. Let's activate our waypoint. Once we get to see some creatures come into our field of view, we'll get on our speeder. It'll make the trip a little quicker. But I want to get a sense for running and having things jump on us. It's a pretty good indicator to me on how the server's performing. And we took mind wounds too, which would probably never be able to heal. Unless this one has some kind of super secret way to heal mind wounds. There's that same graphic window fault that you always see when you leave that section of town. Okay, says there's stuff over here. It's decent. I mean, it's hard to see the little bugs, but I did see them, and they were at least outside of a radar before they showed up. I don't know when they showed up. And this is a tricky place to do it with the flashing. That terrain negotiation, huh? It's just so weird running outside of Isley and not seeing houses everywhere. Kind of used to that. Come on, there's got to be some other creatures out here. There's creatures somewhere. There's something. Alright, so they are appearing outside of our radar, which is fair. I don't like when they appear on us. 15-second delay on a vehicle call outside a city. Fair enough. There's our super cool land speeder. There's a house. Couple houses. Not really a city here, but it's got a window. A little bit different. This one got windows too? No. No windows in there. Alright. Anyway, there's some houses and those catonics. Yep. Ping hasn't moved. Bandwidth use is decent. FPS is 30, which is what it should be, because I took out the 60 FPS mod I usually use. The reason I took that out was because I don't want a mod to cause a server to get a bad review. so I'm reviewing it in extremely raw form, just like the regular game would be. If it comes with a mod, I'll play with the mod. If it doesn't, then I won't. Could probably do this walk blindfolded by now. Getting there. Count down them kilometers or meters. If we were counting down kilometers, we'd be there already. I really wish we had a little bit more money. So we're taking a shuttle would have been viable. But hey, Grand Tour of Tatooine here. In all of its glory. I haven't really seen a lot of life on Tatooine. Which technically is how it should be, but I mean, less than usual. At least we haven't been eaten by a dragon yet. Not really much to comment on this trip, is there? It's pretty standard. This is how Tatooine looks in raw form. Without all the houses, without all the landmarks. Sadly, though, without all the creatures, too. Oh, there's some EOPs. Spoke too soon. No matter where we go, we always see EOPs. About halfway there now. Not a lot of housing. I don't know what house options they have here. That's why we're going to the city. So we can take a look at what house options they have available, see what's in place, see if there's anything custom here. Or if this is just standard with some restrictions and some Jedi code. You can see all the tremendous amount of grass and trees here. Exactly as Tatooine should have. None. I am actually a bit surprised they didn't come up with some kind of living cactus or something that was horribly rampant and dangerous. Almost there. Of course, we got the slowest speeder in the entire world here. Not setting any land speed records today. And 400 meters from the city, we should see something. Okay, so the load in on these is a little slower than I would like, but it is loading. Animal house parts, food and wood, copper, very well organized, aluminum, iron, steel, or gemstone. Guess this is the town where you go to pick up anything you want for crafting. What kind of prices they got? Can we get in here? Let's see. Let's take a look. We can't go in. I guess it isn't. Not a store. Okay. Well, I would recommend this server. Seems to be doing pretty decent, so I don't see any unusual architecture. So, yeah, seems to be doing okay. Okay, so yeah, I'd recommend it. See if we can go in any of the buildings. Seems decent. Population seems a little lower than optimal. But, you know, what do you expect? Server is running. It's running fairly well. Can we go in? Yeah, we can go in the cantina. So let's go in the cantina. Alright, there's nothing in here. Guild halls. Let's go check out the guild halls. So we got Tatooine Guild Hall over here. Showroom. Sounds like something we should do. And there's the mall. So we'll look at the showroom. We'll look at the mall. We'll see if they do have anything in here worth looking at. Droids. Okay, so it's a droid showroom. Pretty cool. Huge amount of resources put together to display some droids, though. So let's check out them all. Good mix of buildings here, but they all look standard pre-CU. Spice dealer, drink vendor, resources. I'd imagine the food vendor might not be very popular on this server. Clothing, force gear, crystals. Okay, weapons. Carved sword, everything's 50,000. I guess if you're the only one on the server, that's pretty good. You can pretty much make whatever you want. Armor up. Not bad. Everything you pretty much need right here. So regardless of whether there's population or not, at least you've got places you can buy things. Because that's the downside of not having a population is... Here's another cantina. Probably their main cantina. The main problem of having not having a population is you've got nothing you can... That's inventive. I like the pool table. That's really cool. Like I was saying, the main problem with not having anything for population is you also have nothing you can sell. So at least here, you do have things you can sell and buy. Creative use right there. I think stairs are on the other side. There we go. Impressive. That is a really good decorating job. Whoever's doing this is doing a pretty good job of decorating, so that is pretty cool. No real lag. Lots of trainers. I guess if you want the most public crafting house, the most available area to do things, you'd want to come to Anvil. Probably got mission terminals. Yep, probably over there. Let's find out. Yeah, there's a few of them right there. Bounty hunter, bounty hunter. This Anvil's got 3 bounty hunter mission terminals, so they probably have other ones. They're just not showing up. Public crafting house, trainers. So to maximize your time and everything, you probably just want to come here, and looks like it's got everything you need. Alright, well, we're out of money and we're out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and end this now. But I do have to say, the server does seem decent. If you have a bunch of buddies and you're looking for somewhere to go that has Jedi, and you can start out as Force sensitive and you want to give that a roll, this would not be a bad one to go to play on. It looks like they're well stocked for all your Jedi needs, so you can... That's a storehouse. Probably nothing in there we need. And that is... Can't read it. Dark print's just not showing up for me. So yeah, I guess if you want to play on here, get your buddies together, start around Anvil. Oh. You can pretty much get to everything you need. Equipment, supplies, trainers, mission terminals. That would be this would be where I would go. If I was playing, this would be where I would spend my time. So, yeah, definitely. Oh, wait. Different houses. Get a little closer, see if maybe this is the new housing section and this was the slums or something. Relocated to Anvil Mall. Alright, but that's a cool little house. We've already been in most of these, so don't feel the need to go and explore them. But, you know, that is this a minefield? Street light. Anyway, yeah. If you got some buddies, you want to bring them over, you want to play on a server together and just fool around and do stuff, this would be a good place to go. Hang around Anvil, you can level up fairly quickly together, or do missions, do whatever you want to do. They have a group bonus, experience bonus. Do missions, trade off training each other so you don't spend a ton of money on training, and you could probably do that pretty economically and fairly quick. So yeah, this would work. And I got nothing really bad to say about it. Like I said, the only problem I had was navigating the website was a little bit cumbersome. So once I got past that, I never have to look at it again and I'm fine. And that may have just been that instance. I'll put the link to the server website in the description down below, like I always do, and I will put a link to the contest down below. So go check out the contest. You definitely want to sign up for that. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this now, and I got some other emulation business to attend to today that I'm trying to look into, and we'll see how that goes. But if you guys are looking for a server, you want me to visit one specifically, check it out before you get there, drop me a message. I will do my best to get to it. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. You have a good evening, and thank you very, very much for watching. See ya.